Cash flow problems can be a serious issue for businesses, regardless of their size or profitability. Cash flow refers to the movement of money into and out of a business, and when there is an imbalance between inflows and outflows, cash flow problems arise. Even a profitable business can face financial difficulties if it does not have enough cash on hand to meet its immediate obligations. These problems can range from minor shortfalls to severe liquidity crises, potentially leading to insolvency. One of the most common causes of cash flow problems is late payments from customers. Many businesses sell their products or services on credit, meaning that customers are allowed to pay for their purchases at a later date. While this can help businesses attract more customers, it can also lead to delays in cash inflows. For example, a manufacturing company might complete an order for a client but not receive payment for 60 days. During this time, the company still needs to cover its operating costs, such as paying wages, purchasing raw materials, and covering rent. If multiple customers delay their payments or default entirely, the company could quickly find itself short of cash, even if it is profitable on paper. Another source of cash flow problems is poor inventory management. If a business holds too much stock, it ties up cash that could be used elsewhere. For instance, a retail store that overorders seasonal products may find that it has excess stock that isn't selling, while still needing to pay its suppliers. The money invested in that stock is effectively frozen until the items are sold, reducing the business's ability to cover other expenses. Conversely, if a business underorders, it might lose out on sales opportunities, affecting its revenue and further straining cash flow. Seasonal fluctuations can also cause cash flow issues, particularly for businesses that experience high and low sales periods. For example, a hotel in a tourist area might generate significant revenue during the summer months but see a sharp decline in bookings during the winter. While the business may have plenty of cash flow during its peak season, it may struggle to cover its costs during the off-season. If it fails to manage its cash reserves effectively, it could face financial difficulties in the months when income is lower. This is why cash flow forecasting is particularly important for seasonal businesses, allowing them to plan for periods of lower revenue. High fixed costs can exacerbate cash flow problems as well. Fixed costs, such as rent, salaries, and utilities, remain constant regardless of the business's sales performance. For example, a restaurant may have a high monthly rent that must be paid even during slower periods. If the restaurant experiences a downturn in sales or a temporary drop in customer demand, it may struggle to cover these fixed expenses, leading to cash flow difficulties. Businesses with high fixed costs are particularly vulnerable to cash flow problems if they do not maintain sufficient cash reserves to weather downturns. Rapid expansion can also lead to cash flow challenges. While growth is generally a positive sign, expanding too quickly can strain a business's cash flow. For instance, if a small retail chain decides to open several new stores at once, it will need to invest heavily in new stock, marketing, and hiring staff, all before the new stores generate enough revenue to cover these costs. If the business does not manage its cash flow carefully during this period, it could face a liquidity crisis, despite the long-term potential for profitability. Expansion often requires significant upfront investment, and without careful planning, it can stretch a business's cash flow too thin. External factors, such as economic downturns or changes in market conditions, can also trigger cash flow problems. For instance, during a recession, consumer spending tends to decrease, leading to lower sales for businesses. At the same time, businesses may find it more difficult to secure loans or credit, making it harder to manage cash flow shortfalls. A small construction company, for example, might see a slowdown in new projects during an economic downturn, reducing its cash inflows. If it has outstanding loans or ongoing obligations to pay suppliers, it may struggle to maintain positive cash flow during this period. To address cash flow problems, businesses often turn to short-term financing solutions, such as overdrafts, loans, or invoice factoring. An overdraft allows a business to withdraw more money from its bank account than is available, providing a temporary cash cushion. Loans can also provide a quick injection of cash, though they must be repaid with interest, adding to the business's future liabilities. Invoice factoring involves selling unpaid invoices to a third party at a discount, allowing businesses to access cash quickly while waiting for customers to pay. While these solutions can provide immediate relief, They also come with costs and risks, so businesses must weigh these options carefully. In conclusion, cash flow problems can arise from a variety of sources, including late payments, poor inventory management, seasonal fluctuations, high fixed costs, rapid expansion, and external economic factors. These issues can put significant strain on a business's financial health, even if it is profitable in the long term. Effective cash flow management, including accurate forecasting, maintaining cash reserves, and using financing options judiciously, is essential for businesses to avoid cash flow problems and ensure long-term sustainability.